Good morning, my friends. Welcome to Terminal 3 at Pearson Toronto International Airport. And we're here with the PMDG 777. Just took delivery of my copy of the PMDG 777, and today's video should be an interesting one for you. It's going to be my first time ever flying the PMDG, or flying the 777, period. I've never flown one in real life, and I've never flown one in the sim. So I've got some time in the 737 in the sim, but never flown a 777. So this should be interesting. It should be my first time. I'm not even sure if I can even get her started. You gotta excuse the noise in the background. They're doing some work around the airport here, and they're making a racket. But yeah, anyways, we're gonna be doing first for a bunch of things today. It'll be my first time flying the PMDG 777. Almost said 737 there. It'll also be my first time doing a long haul flight. This is a moderately long haul flight. It's not like one of those 18-hour cross-Atlantic, transatlantic, or trans-Pacific flights. More of a moderate long haul flight. Today we're flying from Toronto here, Toronto International, and we're flying down to Honolulu International down in Hawaii. And yeah, this should be an interesting one. Not that far, not too close either. It's also going to be my first time using step climbs, so we'll see if we can get that set up into the aircraft, and it'll also be my first time using ETOPS. So yeah, should be an interesting one. So let's stop with the jibber jabber here, and let's get right to it. But before we do that, let me give you a look at the flight plan today. Here it is on SynBrief, and you can see we have our ETOPS set up here, and we're flying from Toronto to Hawaii. It's about a 10-hour flight. I'm gonna do it in 2 times speed, so we'll try the auto sim rate thing and see how that works out. But yeah, you can see our trip will be departing runway 15 left here in Toronto, and we should be arriving runway 8 left in Honolulu. And we are going to have 181,000, almost 182,000 pounds of fuel on board, and we got 369 passengers on board. So just a little over 370 people, including crew. So there it is. Let's just take a quick peek at our trip here, see if we got any significant weather. Okay, we do have some significant weather on our way out here. Just checking it out, see what we have. Looks like we might have some turbulence. We should be over top of this turbulence. We might catch a little turbulence out on the west when we're approaching the west coast there. There's some icing. But it looks like we should be able to fly. Once we head out of the west and head out over the Pacific towards Hawaii, there's no significant weather, and it's looking good. So yeah, just on our as we're leaving Canada here, we should see some clouds and stormy weather, turbulence. See what the winds look like. And the wind bars. Now, of course, we're gonna have the wind in our face. Looks like we're gonna be in the jet stream too. Lovely. 360, yeah. So we'll be coming out of it here. Okay, so would be nicer if we were headed the other way. Okay. It is what it is. All right, there's our flight plan, and we'll close that back up, and there it is. All right, so let's get on board and let's get this show on the road. All right, here we are in the cockpit. What a beautiful aircraft this is. I'm not sure why I can hear the wind in here though, when everything's off and the windows and everything's all closed up. I don't know why, if you listen, you can hear the wind. It's a PMDG thing to work out. Okay, let's get this show on the road. As you can see, gonna try and start this thing up from a cold and dark state. I don't know if I can even get this thing started, but we're gonna find out. And as you can see, I've already imported our flight plan into our EFB here, or our flight tablet. So let's go upstairs, get this thing woken up here. Get our ground power turned on. Let's get our batteries turned on. I'm assuming this is the equivalent to our IRS in the 737. So let's go ahead and get that fired up. Whoops. Okay, utilities. Let's get that turned on. Okay. Let's go ahead and arm our emergency lights. Let's go ahead and arm our passenger oxygen. What else do we got here? We should be throwing on. We're good there. We got the nav lights on here. I'm totally not familiar with this panel, so if you see me kind of mumbling around and like, what the heck's that? You know, that's just me. Yeah, and if you look around this panel, you'll notice there's one word that just keeps popping up all over the place. And it's the word auto here. It's auto. It's everywhere. I guess it's safe to say this is a automated aircraft. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I think we're good here. Things should be powering up and waking up. And yeah, this aircraft is slow, it looks like, to wake up. Wake up, on, batteries on, and we do have ground power. Okay. Oh yeah, she's coming alive here. Alright, okay. She's just slow. Okay. Yeah, we can hear some systems waking up here now. Okay, great. So let's go ahead and I don't know why it's telling me my nav data is still out of date. It's showing April to May here, AirX cycle. And I have gone into my Navigrav hub, and I did see my 777 in there, and I did update it. So I don't know why this is still showing me nav data out of date, but we should be good for now. I'll have to double check that. I'm not sure why that's still doing that, because I did make a point of going into my Navigraph hub and looking for the aircraft, which I did find, and I did require an update. I did update it, but it's still showing me out of date. Let's go over the index for a second here. Nav data. I did. Okay. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, not really sure. I will have to go and investigate further into that and find out why that is. Okay. So we will continue on here. Enter our initial position, IRS. So let's go over here, and I think we can take it from here instead of going to the next page. Guess we can grab it from there too if we want. We can grab it from here. Let's throw it in here. If we want to double check that's right, let's go Charlie Yankee Yankee Zulu and plug that into our reference airport. 37.8, 36.7. So yeah, looks pretty good to me. Okay, let's move on. Follow the yellow brick road, as they say. Route. Request route. Yes. Toronto to Hawaii. Sim brief. Yes. Set payload. Yes. Set fuel. Yes. Okay, we'll clear those. So those are good. So far it's pretty straightforward. Keep going on the yellow brick road. Okay. Route requesting. I guess it's going to get our route. Yes, sent. Okay. Looks a little different down here. Okay, there's our route. Let's load it. It's loading. There we go. That's our route. We can hit activate and execute. And that should be our route. Yes. Okay, there's our route. Let's go ahead and set up our departures and arrivals. And I did say we were leaving 15 left, right? Yeah, 15 left on the Ursula 4 to Cased. Okay, so there's 15 left. We want the Ursula 4. There it is there. Right, to Cased. And execute. So there's our departure. Let's go. Might as well plug in our arrival here. And our arrival is runway 8 left, and we're arriving on runway 8 left via Inouye 1 arrival via the beta transition. So we'll close that. So we want localizer. ILS 8 left right here, and we'll take Oka, and we want the Inouye 1 at Beta, and execute. Okay, that should be that. So let's go ahead and throw in a couple of fixes here. put a fix in at alpha. One at the transition for our arrival. W8 left. I can put it. Okay, it won't let me do that. So let's do this then. Let's clear that. Papa Hotel. What was that again? Long day for me. Papa Hotel November Lima. Let's try Papa. Let's clear all this. Papa Hotel November Lima. There we go. 5. Put 1 at 10. Put 1 at 15. Okay. That's our fixes. So let's go over to our performance and knit. Okay, let's accept that. Step size, RVSM. Yes. Okay, okay. Just let me go check something else here. Quick look. Okay, I can't see that. We'll leave that for now. Let's go get our 0 fuel weight. We got that. Alright, continue on. Thrust limit. Okay. So we can do some performance stuff here. So let's go ahead and do that. CYYZ, yes, looks good. We're taking off 15 left. Yes, looks good. It's dry today. We'll leave those on Ultimum. No anti-icing today. AC config is auto. Let's import our aircraft data and our weather data. And we can go ahead and calculate. Alright. Now we got some information to work with here. Our cell temp is going to be 44. It's great how you can move the tablet over here. 44. Okay, Looks like we're using Takeoff D-thrust 1. So set that to TO1. And I have to re-input our cell temp again, 44. Okay, there we go, 44. 18 degrees Celsius outside, sounds about right. Our N1, 92.7. Sounds about right. Okay, let's continue on. Takeoff page. Our flaps are going to be 5. Let's get center of gravity here. Put that in. And our trim. 5.25. Can plug that in. My trim's not working. Okay. Here's our VREF speeds. They matching up with our tablet here. We got 169 V1, yes. 173 for VR, yes. 177 for our V2. Yes, yes, yes. So we'll confirm those. And our takeoff gross weight is okay. Yeah, right on the money. Okay, so that's takeoff. That's all set. We can plug that in. 642.2. Okay, that should be it for our FMC. We can try and get our wins. So if we come over to our legs page, we clear that, and we're all set here. Everything looks good here. I'll have to go and clean that up. And our vectors, okay. Everything looks good. Yeah, I'll go and pick an altitude there, and we'll go and do that once I go. But for the time being, we're good. So let's go get our winds. Here's our wind data, same place. Okay, that was quick. There's our winds. Now our descent winds. Usually we have a descent button. That's where we would find our descent winds. So where do I find my descent winds? In the VNav? No. It's not going to be in the progress. FMC COM? Yeah, right here. Descent forecast. Okay. Descent forecast. Yeah, there it is. Load. There's our descent winds. Okay. So we got our descent winds. We don't have to execute that. That's all good. We're good there. We're good there. So yeah, you can find your forecast request in your FMC com area if you're looking for it. And that's it. We should be all set here. I think we got the FMC all set. We got our tablet all set. And yeah. Can go up here to our MCP and our V2 is going to be 177. And our heading is going to be, let's have a look at the airport here. Let's have a look at what we got going on here. Get my thing here. Let's bring out my airport info. Alright, our heading is going to be 147. Plug that in. Oh, come on. Okay, a little bit of spin in there. 147. Let's try not to do the same here with this. See, it has hundreds and thing. So our initial climb out is 5,000 feet. All right. We're good there. Let's get our flight directors turned on. Good there. Can get our LNAV, VNAV turned on. So it looks like our auto throttle has a two-stage system here. We have auto throttle arm switches here, and we have an auto throttle button. So that's interesting and different. And the vertical speed and the altitude are reversed in this aircraft compared to the 737. So yeah, a few things different here. I don't see any speed intervene buttons or anything like that, so I guess you push on the end of the buttons. Okay, that works. And yeah, okay. Yeah, just trying to familiarize myself here. I guess this climb con, this will work as our N1, I guess. In the 737, this would be the N1 button. This button here would be flight level change, I'm assuming. And yeah, that's all self-explanatory. Okay. Okay, yeah, this is all the same. And this, I know this is going to control our panels. So yeah, we're all good there. Okay, so yeah. Good. I think we're winning so far. Okay. Except I need to get that trim set. And in order to do that, we are going to need my trim to work. And I'm assuming my trim's not working because I'm gonna have no hydraulics probably. Yes, So let's put our electric hydraulics on auto. Should just put them all on auto. Okay. Let me go back down and see if I can get that trim wheel to work. Oh, there it goes. What did we need for a trim? 5.25. Looks good, close enough right about there. So our trim is set. Okay. Okay, so let's go down to our page here now that we've got that. And you can see here it says checklist. Oh yeah, there we go. Checklist, oxygen tests. Yeah, that works. Okay. Field control switches are on cutoff. So it can read our the status of some of our switches and controls because it's already got this checked off. Nice. Heading, yeah, flight, yep, check. Parking brake set. Set, and it did go green. So pre-flight checklist complete. Before start checklist, flight deck doors closed and locked. It is indeed. Okay, green. Passenger signs. I want to put our passenger signs on. Yeah, that looks good. Passenger signs on. Yeah, that went green. Done. 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 Trim. Yep, done. Taxi briefing. Yes, we'll say our taxi briefing is done. And beacon on. Okay. And there we go. Before start complete. So we look good. That's before our taxi. So we can close our checklist for now. Let's go back up to our overhead. And let's get our APU generator on so we can get things going here. APU switches here. Everything else is auto, so I'm assuming it's auto. So let's start. Okay. Looks like our APU is starting up. Let's check our panel here. Doors auto, parking brake is set, passenger signs on. Okay, and we'll get that cleared up. This should show us when our APU is running. We can go have a look outside. See if we see or hear anything. Yeah, I can see some plumes there, fumage, and you can kind of hear it. So it's firing up. What a beautiful aircraft. Not sure why that's flashing like that over there. Interesting. Does that tablet not work? Okay, as we can see, the first officer's tablet is kind of flashing the PMG logo there. Oh, just heard the packs come alive there or something. Yeah, APU running, showing us right here on our display. So cool. So let's go up here. Our secondary power disconnected. Our APU gen is on, so our APU is on, so I guess we can go ahead and disconnect our ground power. So let's click that off so when they disconnect it's not a problem. Let's go back over to our tablet. So we can release our ground power. We can remove our chocks. Our ground connections. Did the jetway disconnect? No. Okay, so. Okay. We'll do that through GSX, I'm assuming. So, door management, let's go check our doors. All doors are closed and armed. Yes. Yes. Closed, closed, closed. Everything's closed. Okay. Looks good, looks good. Alright. I think we can go ahead and push back and do our engine start. So let's clear the jetway. There goes our jetway. Our chocks are moved, and I think we're ready for pushback. Holy moly. Okay. So far so good. Not too bad. Let's find out about our pushback. Now, I'm not sure how well, if GSX is even going to be able to push us back here. But we're going to find out. Everything else seems to be working so far. GSX, they put the jetway there, so or you should be able to push us. Let's try it. Alright, your clearance requested. Okay. Oh, there's our girl coming over. Okay. Alright, so far. She's gonna hook this plane up, or she's just gonna freeze up here and say, unable to move this aircraft.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Cool. Let's do it.
Departure checks completed. Bypass pin inserted.
Just put on our fuel switches so when we do our startup. I think it might automatically turn on the fuel. It actually automatically turned on that one fuel. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna push back or what? Maybe this is as far as we go. Oh no, we're lifting. You can see the aircraft moving forward. We're being pulled. Oh, that was kind of janky. It looks like the tug's got us. We want our nose to the left.
Release parking brakes, please. Commencing push. All engines clear. Start at will.
All right, we're pushing back. Let's go look at our start switches, which is right here. So let's throw that on to start. Turn on the fuel. She's spinning. Come on, baby. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Oh yeah, that engine sounds great. Okay. There we go. Stable? Yeah, let's go start the other one. Starting left engine. And it looks like GSX is working good. He's putting us on the line here. Oh, these engines sound great. You can see air being pulled in over the top here, it looks like. And being sucked in through the top. You can see it here. And then you can see it here, puff. A little puff at the front there. It looks like the air is being sucked in over the top of the engine nacelle. There she goes. All right. It looks like we got the engine started.
Please set parking brakes.
2 good starts.
Unlocking gear.
Okay, let's go have a look up top here. Still got some stuff lit up. These got to be turned on. Turn on our window heat. And shouldn't these be on? It's on auto.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Our packs.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
That's all good. Our center fuel tanks. Okay, they came on. Alright, I was wondering about the packs, and it was telling us, gave us a message. All our hydraulics are on. We're good. We don't need logo. We don't need wing. We can throw our taxi lights on. Runway, strobes. Yeah, we don't need strobes yet. We're good. Okay, we're good. There's our girl showing us the pin. Thank you. She looks so much smaller from in this aircraft than the than the 737. Look how tiny she looks out there. Sitting so much higher from the ground and stuff in this aircraft. That's funny. Okay. Yeah, so far so good. Let's go check out our checklist now. Do our before taxi checklist. Okay, anti-ice, we're good. Recall. Let's go up and do a recall. All the yellow and cautions are clear. And do another recall here. Did it recall? Yes, it recalled. We're good there. Okay. So recall, check. Auto brake, set, reject, takeoff. Check, and it checked itself. Good. Flight controls, check. Okay, let's go do a flight controls check here. Let me see here. There we go. Flight controls. Full left aileron. Neutral. Full right aileron. Neutral. Full back. Neutral. Full forward. Neutral. And left rudder. And right rudder. Control checks complete. And we're good. Go back to our checklist here. Flight control is good. Ground equipment clear. Yes. Before taxi checklist complete. Before takeoff checklist flaps. We'll go ahead and drop our flaps now. And we're ready for taxi. Okay, just getting my seat locked in here. Parking brake off, and we're off. All right. Not using Beyond ATC today. Want to just try and get familiar with this aircraft here. Oh, she wants to taxi fast. She's powerful. Okay. We're going to taxi up to 15 left. She rattles a little. I'm not sure if you caught wind of the way they priced the aircraft, but the pricing was done after the aircraft's namesake. $77.73. I think I cut that a little tight there. Yeah, you gotta lead the turns in this bad boy. You definitely have to lead your turns. And she wants to go so fast. It feels slow, but you look down and you're like, oh man, I'm over 25 knots. I don't want to enter the runway. have a look at this girl. There's that wonkiness in my Fly Tampa scenery here. You would think they would put out a fix and fix that. But it is what it is. This is runway 15 left right here on our left. This runway, a parallel to our left there. In reality, you probably don't want to be taxiing more than 15 knots. You want to keep your taxi speed around 15, I would say. But it just feels so slow in this aircraft. You know, I got a GS as, you know, 16, 17, and it feels like I'm coming to a stop. Yeah, I'm really liking this aircraft. And she's just a monster. She's just huge. Wingtip to wingtip, 212 feet. 242 feet long. And 61 feet tall at the tail. Yeah, she's a big bird. She's longer, wider, and heavier than a Boeing 747. All right. No ATC. The airport's ours today, so we're gonna taxi straight through for the sake of time. About ready to do my first takeoff here. There it goes. You know, she's sneaking up to that 30 knots again. All right, there's our runway. Set our parking brake for a second here. Get the rest of the aircraft set up. Okay, let's get the strobes on. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Before takeoff checklist complete. Now, as you can see, it doesn't give you your lights and everything, so it only gives you your critical components on the checklist. That's our after takeoff checklist. Leave it there. Okay, I think we are ready to go. So let's go. Okay, lined up with the runway. I think we're good to go. Whoops, forgot our clock. Let's not forget to get that going. All right, let's do it. Some power here. Oh, listen to those engines. And Toga. All right, my first takeoff in the 777.
V1.
Positive rate. Gear up. Gauge our autopilot. Okay. Contact departure. Okay, and let's go. Wow. A little slow on the flaps there. Flaps 1 and flaps up. There we go, our flaps are up. Clean up the aircraft a bit. Oh. There we go. And our after takeoff checklist complete. Man, this bird can climb too. Okay, so far so good in the 777, friends. Wow. I was thinking I would have a lot harder, a more difficult time with this. The FMC is a little different there. There are some things that are different about this aircraft for sure. Having everything automated is nice and easy, but when you're not used to it, everything being automated, and you're used to a certain flow, and then you get into another aircraft where the flow is different, it really goes to mess you up a bit. So yeah, you know, it's just things that you would normally, yeah, I know what that is, and you get all confused and, you know, complicates things. So yeah, it just knocks you out of your flow, your pattern there. So, but yeah, we're doing good. We're doing good. Let's take a look at the FMC here. See how our step climbs work now. We'll have a look here. So 34,000. And then we're going to step up to 36,000. And then it looks like a step up to 38,000. And then it looks like we're starting a descent. This doesn't look right here. It says flight level 250 at Bida. And then at Bose we got 3. So yeah, I'm going to have to go and clean all that up. I'm going to fix all that. Because that is not right. So yeah, now I lost track what I was doing. Okay. Alright, so let's dial in. $34,000. Clear to our climb. Now you can see she's leveled off here a bit, so she can jump up to our cost index value above 10,000 now. And there we go. So climb con doesn't show N1. It's not lit up like the N1 button would normally be. The AT buttons. So there's still a few things I gotta learn on this aircraft. Still a few things I gotta learn. I gotta figure out exactly what this climb con is. I'm pretty sure this is flight level change for sure. Everything else is pretty standard. Wow, what a beautiful aircraft. Well, that looks pretty janky. Looks like we got square clouds now. So let's check out the, let's bring it over here. Really like that spot. Our time compression just jumped to 2 times there. And I turned on the auto step climb. So we'll see how that works. We'll try out these. I don't want to pause or anything. Max time compression. I'll keep it at 2 times. If I was doing one of those 18-hour flights, I'd probably put it on 4 times. Okay. And there we are, right on our departure, as should be. So let's put this over here for a sec. I want to get my engine readings. So I would have to get this display over here. Do that here, I guess. Hey, perfect. And I want to hit no, that didn't work. Hang on. Let me do it this way then. What if I hit that here? No. Oh, hang on. Wait a minute. I see what I'm doing wrong. So let's go back there. Click this button here. Now hit engine. Oops. Get that to standard. Now I can't do it, figures. Oh, there it is. Got it right here. Now I can leave this blank. There's our checklist. So if we want, we can bring our checklist right up here. Perfect. Back on the center panel down there for now. I didn't even set up our nav displays here. Okay, let's get that done. And he'll do terrain. He'll do terrain, data, and airport on that display. And on my display, we'll do... There it goes. We'll do weather, airport, and data. Okay, there we go. Now I got the train set up on this display here, and I've got weather data set up on here. 40 mile range, 80 mile range. Let's go look at our FMC here. Now before we had cruise, climb, cruise. We don't have any of that on here. So how do I... Oh, here we go. So it should be going to 34,000 now. I put auto step climb, but it didn't do it on its own. So I've just told it to go ahead and climb up to 34,000 by pressing on the button, the Alt button. Alt knob, I should say. Okay. Just looking to see when our next step up is. Still have the APU running. I don't think we need that anymore. Can shut that off. Fuel pump forward. Okay, APU is in cooldown. Wasted a lot of fuel there. So that's what I mean. The checklists don't remind you about things like your APUs and whatnot. So that's okay. That wasn't the end of the world. Now this should go out when the APU cools down. And there it goes. And we have a clean screen. We can put our passenger signs on auto. There's no smoking on board, so we'll leave the no smoking sign on. And there we go. No smoking signs on. Let's do a recall. Everything's clean. We are set. Well, there you have it, go, friends. My first departure on in a 777. First time flying a 777. My first time doing step climbs. The tablet there says auto step climb, but it didn't automatically do it there. I had to go in and initiate it, so I don't know what it means by auto step climbs on the tablet. Maybe it just puts it in the tablet or something. I don't know what that does. But it does affect the sim rate, so we can see it's green now. It went from orange to green, so we are in fact in 2x sim speed. So let's go have a look here just to make sure. And yeah, it's got us in 2x. If I increase the value here, this will bump up. But yeah, we'll leave it this, and we'll leave this pause shut off. I don't want it to pause. Just start our descent. And yeah, we can get rid of that now. We can put that on our next one. That'll be the next chart we need. Don't know why the tablets do all that. And this will be our arrival chart into Hawaii. But it keeps wanting to pop back to this page. So let's oblige it. It's the page we need to be on anyways. So Okay. We are set. We put our tablet back over here so we can monitor our engines. And we get our back on nav. You can see all our stuff here, all our info. And we're good. We're setting our cruise. We're cruising at 0.838 Mach, which is good. Faster than the 737 for sure. And let's go crank. At the maximum, just to brighten up some of our panels for daylight operations here. Master bright, so all the individual knobs are in the middle, so have to do a night flight and go around and experiment with all the lighting. But okay, we'll leave it right there. I'll jump back on with you somewhere down the line in our cruise here. It's just going to be me cruising along, and if there's anything interesting, I'll bring you back on board and show you any of the problems I'm having, how we're doing with our first ETOPS step climb 777. Yeah, our first time for a lot of things on this flight. Okay, we'll talk to you guys in a sec. See you in a bit. All right, everybody. I just wanted to pop back in quickly here. Haven't gone very far, but I just wanted to give you a look at the weather radar. At the beginning of the video, we saw all those storms and that weather there that we were going to cross over on our way out, and here it is. But I just wanted to give you a look at the weather radar, and it's kind of showing me what I'm seeing out the window. So yeah, just wanted to give you a look. You wanted to see how the weather radar works, if it even works at all, if you know what. But yeah, 36,000 feet, and we're in the thick of it here. A little bit on the if you had some bumps there for a bit, but so far the winds haven't been too bad. So yeah, just wanted to pop back in. We're at 34,000 feet. Sorry, not 36. We don't step up to 36 for a bit yet. Let me bring that over and show you. You can see here it says step to flight level 360 at, and it shows us the time we'll get there and how far away. So in about 1,000 miles, I'll make a climb up a couple more 1,000 feet, and then you know, a little while after that I'll climb again another couple thousand to 380. So yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, my first time flying it. Everybody's new to this aircraft, and yeah, just wanted to bring up the radar and give you a look at what's going on there. A look from the outside, not much to see. We're right in the thick of it. Just skimming the tops of these storms here. That's a little concerning right there, but I think that's below us. I can see the weather ahead of us, but I can't tell if it's below us or above us or in front of us. So hard to say. Hard to say. Okay, I'll see you further down the road. It keeps lightening up and going dark. I think that's just the shadow of the clouds as we pass through the clouds, but you see it going light and then it gets darker in here. So think that's just us going through these clouds here. Okay, I'll see you further down the road there. Just wanted to give you a quick look at this here, of how the weather radar is working since we've got some actual weather. Okay, talk to you in a sec. Well, we're heading out over the west coast now, out over the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, just to bring you an update, it's been pretty smooth sailing. Nothing to report. We had that batch of weather that we saw there on the weather radar and out our window as we flew over top of it there, and yeah, but it's been clear sailing after that. It was a little bumpy over the Rockies there, a few bumps here, nothing too bad. Yeah, the aircraft has been performing great, and yeah, we're continuing our flight here, and now we're headed out towards Hawaii. So just wanted to give you a quick update, quick look around. Everything is hunky-dory. These guys that do these 16, 18 hour real-time flights, I tip my hat to you. Those are long flights. This is a 10-hour flight. It's long enough, and I'm doing it 2 times speed, so 5-hour flight. Still long enough. But yeah, we're good. As you can see, we still got just over 1,200 miles, 1,258 miles to our next step, where we step up to 38,000. But other than that, it's been pretty good. Now when it comes to, let's bring this back up here, show you something here. When it comes to the auto step climbs, I'm not sure how this is supposed to work. I don't know, is it supposed to automatically like program the step climbs into the FMC or into the tablet, or is it to make the aircraft automatically climb to these steps so long as we got it set on the MCP? I'm not sure how this auto step climb works. I have it set on auto step climbs, and when it gets to where it's supposed to climb, it doesn't start climbing. I have to make sure I do that myself. So I was already late to one step up because I noticed that I had it set on the MCP here. So if I go ahead and set this at 38,000, which is supposed to be our next step up, 380, and set my altitude here at 38,000 and just leave it and wait for it to get to our step point, yeah, it won't climb. I have to come over and hit the button, and then it'll climb up to whatever I have set here. So not sure how that's all supposed to play out, but yeah, neither here nor there. But I digress. But yeah, awesome airplane. The more I'm looking around, the more I'm fiddling around with things and getting to learn this aircraft and how it works and its systems and everything. Learning the panel. See, look, in this light, the panel looks kind of funny. It looks like everything's all rusty, and so I'm not sure if that's the way they did this intentionally. It's just supposed to be like all faded out or what, I don't know. But yeah, that looks kind of wonky. All the edges and around everything, it all looks like it's all like rusted or something. But everything's functioning, so maybe that's something for PMDG to clean up or something. I don't know, but we'll post it because it definitely doesn't look like this. It doesn't look like our main panel. This looks like the gray you see in the 737, and this looks like the color kind of down here, right? But the contrast of these two makes it look like rust. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, just giving us a good look. We're gonna go and find out all the weird quirks and whatnots about this aircraft. But that's what I found so far. So okay, we'll continue on. I'll probably see a touch bases back with you when we're approaching our top of descent, and then let's do this approach into Honolulu with the new PMDG 777 here. Talk to you in a sec. Alright, back with you now. As you can see on the display, we are approaching our transition for our arrival. Our top of descent is shortly behind that. Yeah, so it's been quite the flight. The auto step climbs, I'm not sure what that means on the tablet. Like, what does it automatically do? Because I have to manually input it. I don't know if it automatically sets up the FMC with the step climbs. I'm not sure what that's all about. But when you reach to your step point, then yeah, you have to come over to the altitude button and engage that manually. A couple other things. I was looking around and I was getting ready. You can see I've already dropped my altitude all the way down to 3,000, anticipating our top of descent. But when I was setting up the rest, if we look down here, I was looking at the radio stack down here. I was playing with this. This is pretty cool to have this down here too. But what's wrong with this picture? There's no nav radio. So I was like, where's the nav radios? How am I going to plug in my nav stuff? But yeah, then playing around and snooping around, I found down here Nav Rad. Our nav radio is now in our thing, and you can see it's already got our ILS set up here. Let's go check that out. Let's bring up our chart here. Let's go over. Let's take a look. We're coming in on ILS runway 8 right, 111.7, 111.70. Approach course 079. Approach course 079. So it's automatically, you can see right here, it's already putting it all in. It put in our VORs information. It's good. So yeah, there it goes. Our nav radios. So yeah, it took me a bit, but finally found that. So here comes our top of descent. Let's go back here for a sec. Let's go back to our arrivals. Now you can see here our arrival is it's an RNAV arrival. So there's all these altitude requirements we have to meet. So you know, if you're gonna do the SID, you have to go into your flight and just make sure that all your numbers are lining up. And yeah, all my numbers are indeed lining up there. Except we're not going to cross our transition altitude at looks like we're going to be high, so our top of descent should have been up here to put us at 25,000 feet. Because if we look at our nav display, it's showing beta, our transition, flight level 250. Well, we're at 380, and our transition is coming up 20 miles, so we're going to be at 380 when we cross our transition. So she's going to be diving down probably. But so I don't know if that's a Simbri thing or what. But yeah, that's that. So there's that. We'll keep an eye on all that. We're gonna play this out by ear and see what it does. If I have to take manual control and put us on the numbers, then that's what's gonna have to happen. So we're definitely not going to meet our 25,000 for beta. Actually, it's showing 25,000 or above at beta. So I guess technically we're not wrong. We are above. So they want you at least above 25,000 at beta, I guess. There's the A for above. So we're good. Our wind's turned into a tailwind, but it's only a 29 knot wind. Look at our speed. We're rocking 509 on the ground speed right now. So yeah, we're making some time up here. And yeah, coming over, it wasn't too bad. The wind was under 100 knots the whole way. Most of the time it was a crosswind, and it was only at around 30 knots. So it wasn't too bad. But here we go. Yeah, like this aircraft. For the step climbs, yep, you got to do them manually. So you got to be ready when it says now. and click it on the on your FMC, or on your MCP, sorry. And our fuel still looks good. Get a little concerned when you're out in the middle of the ocean and there's no land for hundreds of miles in either direction, and you see the fuel kicking down, but our fuel is steady. Should be at 21.1 when we reach Honolulu, so that keeps us within our margins. But yeah, I've been keeping a close eye on that. Okay, so we're approaching our top of descent. I've given the aircraft permission to start the descent by adjusting the altitude indicator on the MCP, and now let's see if it'll start the descent profile on its own. Or do I gotta hit that button? Let's move our view. There we go. There's been no other weather to speak of. My weather radar has been clear the whole way. Only at the beginning of the flight there, that just all that weather I showed you on the weather radar. So yeah, it's been good. And I gotta say, when you're out over the middle of the Atlantic or Pacific Ocean, frame rates are pretty good. Right now I'm rocking 91 FPS right here in this view as we sit. So yeah, that's pretty good. Not gonna complain about that. One unruly passenger, we had to duct tape him to his seat. I'll keep him put. No, not a bad flight. I'm liking this aircraft. A couple things though, just like I mentioned earlier in the video, it seems like some of the shading or the coloring, like if you look up here, right here, that looks like almost like a whitish gray. I guess the way the sun hits it, it could look like that, but that looks more of a gray. You know, it should look like a bright brownish color like this, even in direct sunlight hitting it. Like you could see direct light hitting it here, and you know, and up top, like look at this. Like I'm filming this in 4K, and I don't know if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but if you look at this panel, it looks like a gray panel, where all the screws and around all the knobs and buttons, it's all rusted out. It just looks like a total rusted out. Yeah, looks like this plane hasn't seen service in a while. But yeah, that's what that looks like. I'm not so sure. And if you look at here, how this is like washed out, but it's like the color is so, you know, I don't know. But personally, I don't think this is the way this should be looking. But that's the way it looks, and I don't think this is supposed to look the way that it does. Like you can see, like it looks like a cream color with you know, beigey in here, and it looks like everything else is bleached out. And I don't know if that's intentional. It might be intentional, and that might be correct. That's maybe what they were trying to achieve. But you know, it looks a little browner up there. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, just wanted to point that out and let you see what I see when it comes to some of the details in the PMDG. This aircraft was $77.73, which works out to about $110 Canadian, is what I had to pay for it. So That's what it is. Okay, so we've started our descent and everything, so let's go ahead and I was yapping and showing the panel up there. I wasn't even paying attention if it would start our descent on its own. Let me just arm my speed brake there. You can see my throttles come up. It looked like only one throttle came up. Yeah, one throttle's down and one throttle came up. Speed brake extended. I don't want it extended, I just want it armed. There we go. Okay, and we're right on our profile. So let's go do our checklist. Let's do a recall here. We're good. There's no notes here, so we're good. Auto brakes. Let's set our auto brakes to 2. Landing data. Yep, all done. Approach briefing complete. Yes. Checklist complete. And our approach list. Checklist is just our altimeters. So yeah, it doesn't give you that complete checklist. It's just pointing out, it's just an essential checklist of the stuff that's crucial for your flight operations. Flaps, speed brakes, whatever the case may be. Yeah, and that'll all show it to you right here, which is also kind of good compared to the 737, because in the 737 you're looking for indicator lights everywhere to see if things are doing what they're supposed to, on, off, whatever. But in this aircraft it shows you everything here. See, I set my auto brake 2, and right away it's displaying it here on my screen, so you can see, right? So yeah, we're right on profile. Holy moly, look at that. Our speed come down, but she's not slowing down. So let's bring in some speed brake. Understood. Yeah, wow. I'm really bringing that speed brake handle down. Look at that. It's almost full up. Trying to get that speed down. But they're pretty effective when I pull them down. Like, you could see that speed coming down. So they're pretty big slats when you put them up. They create a lot of drag. But yeah, let's get our speed back on there. We're descending at 2,400 feet per minute here. So steep descent rate. I'm a little bit above my descent profile. So yeah, she's slippy. As soon as I just put the slats in arm, she wants to start speeding up right away. But when you're descending at 2,500 feet per minute, I can see that. Okay, we're back on profile. I'm just giving it enough speed brake to hold my speed steady, so she's not getting faster and she's not slowing down. So I'm just pulling back enough speed brake to try and hold her there and trying to keep her on profile, because she is seems a little slippy. She wants to move around. Coming up on 210. Yeah, so it's been a pretty interesting flight. A lot of firsts on this flight. The airport we're going to is Honolulu International. It's a payware airport, done by Innisbuild. I got it on the Microsoft Flight Sim store, and I haven't even seen it yet. I haven't been there, I haven't seen it. I just went and bought it and downloaded and installed it, and that's it. So we're slowing the aircraft down. Really keeping an eye on that profile. It started to slip away from me, and yeah, I'm really working. You know, I'm sitting with almost like one hand on that speed brake, and just kind of working that speed brake to keep her on profile here. But she's on speed now, so I'm going to put her into arm. Her descent rate has slowed, so she's not running away on me, or trying to run away on me. Okay, so now she's taking it easy. She really worked to descend fast to put us on profile for this this approach. Should have been closer to 25,000. It wouldn't have descended so fast, but 400 feet per minute descent right now. The speed's good. My speed brake now is I'm not playing with it now. It's in the armed position. See that there? The extended speed brake light went out. Okay, for this flight, I've been looking around and trying to figure it out, but I have no clue. I know this aircraft has an auto land system, but I'm not sure how to initiate it or engage it. There's a certain procedure you go through, or steps you follow when you're engaging the auto land in the 737, which entails, once after you arm your approach and once you're locked onto the localizer, then you arm your second autopilot. But as you can see, my second autopilot is already armed. So I'm not really sure how the auto land system works in this aircraft. But I'm gonna take a guess. Since everything else in this aircraft seems to be automate it. Like, you know, we look up like our whole, everything up here is pretty much automated. You know, you have to do the bare minimums, that's for sure, compared to the 737 anyways. So I'm guessing that the auto land system is also automatic, and will arm itself automatically on a proper ILS Cat 3 runway. This is an ILS Cat 3 runway, so that we're coming in on. So yeah, we'll find out. So this landing, just because I want to see, because I'm trying to learn all the systems of this aircraft and how they work. Yeah, I want to figure out how the auto land system works for when I got bad weather. So it's best to try and figure out while I got good weather, and can land visually if I have to. Right? So that's what we'll do here. Landing briefing complete. Okay, we're through 18,000 there. Let's switch our altimeters over. Set our altimeter there. The aircraft's going to work at getting us back on profile here. So let me go down, set up my reference here. This page looks a little different too, but okay. Got our speeds. We should have our VREF now here. Yep, there's our VREF. So we'll go back and yeah, I didn't want to use Beyond ATC for this flight. I figured I'm gonna have my hands full trying to learn the aircraft, so let's try and keep it simple. Let's just do a flight here. Learn how to fly this thing first before we try throwing ATC into the mix. See our aircraft right here on our approach. And here we want Bambo. What do I have for Bambo? Bambo. Everything just changed. 250 at 10,000 or above. There's Bambo, 10,000 feet or above, so I want to be 10,000, between 15,000 and 10,000 feet, and that's what I have on my system, on the FMC. So yeah. Looks like we got some clouds coming up in front of us. I checked the weather in Honolulu. It's pretty good. Winds are calm, clear, VFR, good viz. Beautiful weather for this trip. We didn't have to use our ETOPS. But definitely went and checked out the weather conditions and checked out all my ETOP alternates. Made sure if they were in compliance, and they were. Your ETOPS alternates have to meet certain requirements to qualify as an ETOPS alternate. Take a look at something here. Let's close this up. Invalid entry. Yeah, it won't let me put that there. Oh, you know why? I'm trying to close it up. It's an RNAV. Possible vectors. Let's see what happens. Oh, I can see the islands. I can see some land. It's the first land I've seen in a while there. See one of the islands there. Well, welcome to the Hawaiian Islands. So it looks like we went the right way. Coming up on 10,000. I want to get this thing slowed down to a more manageable speed. Closer to my flap up speed. She's on hold. She won't let me slow her down. Not sure there. My flight plan's looking a little wonky. Okay, that's our for our overshoot, I guess. Not sure what this is. Okay. Let's continue. Yeah, that's the overshoot. That's the path for the overshoot. You just messaged me the cabin's ready. Let's check our checklist. Go. Let's take a look at our landing checklist. Speed brake arm, landing gear down, flaps 30. So that will be our landing checklist. Keep my heading bug on track there. Not sure why she's holding there. So let's go ahead and intervene. Need to get this thing down. I need to get this speed down. Get a notch of flaps in there. I know I'm above my flaps up speed, but really high. Drop another set of flaps in there. Really want to slow this thing down. She doesn't look like she's gonna turn on her own. I know. Put my spoilers back into armed. And there's the great island of Hawaii. Guess we can go ahead and arm our approach. Yeah, I have no idea if the auto land's gonna work or not, so I'm watching it. I got my LOC and GS, so watching it here. The localizer. Glide slope is active. Coming up on 10 miles, let's drop our gear. Drop another notch of flaps. And let's slow our speed down to flap set. Catch the glide slope here. We should. No reason why we shouldn't. And yes, we did indeed catch the glide slope. Our speed down to our VREF speed. Put in our flaps. Nice, slow, easy approach. Usually I wouldn't be full flaps until I'm like within 5 miles or so, but nah.
2,500.
Got my localizer, glide slope. Oh. Radio. Auto brakes are set, flaps are set. I'm looking for my auto land. Got my hand on the yoke and on the throttles. We have to disconnect. I was like, am I even lined up with the runways? I see the runways over here, and I'm like, oh, no, yeah, but we're good. And go, something ain't jiving here. No auto land yet. Oh, listen to those engines whining. The engines on this thing sound awesome. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I have land 3, so okay, there it is. So we know it's automatic. Okay, let's see how the auto land system works in this thing. It's a nose head crosswind component there, but it's light. It's about 20 knots. You know, 15 to 20 knots variable.
1,000.
Might be even calmer, but a little lower. Those engines are working. A little bit above the glide slope there. So it looks like she's fighting to stay on it here. She's bouncing a little high, a little low. She's working it. Boy, listening to those engines whine makes you a little nervous at times. You're like, oh, what's going on?
300. 200.
Right on the money.
100.
Little low.
50. 40. 30, 20, 10.
She's floating it. And she floated down that runway a bit. All right. Welcome to Honolulu. All right. Hey, we did it. A successful flight, everybody. We even landed. The auto land worked. Hey, I'm excited. But we set our flaps. How come it didn't turn green? But yeah. I digress. Oh, and I forgot to turn on my taxi lights on the approach, but okay. Get that off. Let's get our strobes off. Let's get our speed brake turned off. Now we can turn off our checklists. Let's fire up our APU though. Get that going. And whoop, I'm kind of rolling, not paying attention. Parking brake set. Let's find a gate. It looks like gate E, one suitable parking spot. Oh, there's some parking here. Let's try this one suitable parking spot, see what it's all about. I've never been here, so I have no clue. So we'll have the GSX car come over and guide us. Too small, too small. Yeah, there's only one gate for one heavy. Right there. Yes. Sure. No Air Canada out here, I guess. Okay, let's just wait for our follow me. He'll be here in approximately 2 minutes. So yeah, that was interesting to say the least. Okay, now let's take a look up top here. I just looked up and look at this. Now look at the panel. You see the difference? Big difference. Now look at this looks much different now too. Looks more normal. That looks like shadowed areas, and this looks normal. So there's definitely some color problems with the modeling. The shadows start to look like rust. This all turns gray in certain lighting, and yeah, needs to be cleaned up a bit there. So waiting on our Marshall car there. Where are you, buddy? I don't see him anywhere. Oh, there he comes. Look at him, hot wheeling it through the grass and everything. I hope he's not going to make me make that left turn right there. Okay, I'm coming. In we go. Oh, stop already. I don't see a marshal or anything. I don't see a sign telling me to ooh, that's awful. No wonder I don't see anything. Alright, wow, I did a totally crap job of parking this thing. But it'll have to do for now. Get our parking brakes on. Ooh, yeah, our APU gen is on, so we can go ahead and our APU running. Yes, it is. So we can go ahead. Kill that. And there we go. Let's get our handy dandy little tablet here. Ground connection, set chocks, cross ground power. Ground services, vehicles, blah, 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 blah. Automated ground ops. Here we go. Where's the jetway here? Ground maintenance. Ground connections over here. This is jetway. I guess I do that. I forgot I do that through GSX. Oh, I operated the wrong one. I hit the stairs. Okay, everybody can get off the stairs. I'm parked all cockeyed anyways. And they're going to drive through the jetways. Alright, there it is. Still getting used to this aircraft. I don't even know if these stairs are going to make it up to these doors. And let's not forget, everybody, this is GSX. So GSX has brought out 2 sets of stairs, and it's lining up with all the doors. So, hey, there's that. And they're opening up doors. The back door didn't open though. Go have a closer look at the connections. Yeah, nice and tight and clean and not bad at all. Okay, so that's good to know. Let's go back down to our thing here and let's go look at our door management. What door is that? The back door there. Yeah, I don't know which door it is. It's disarmed here. Open it. Did it open? No. Left door. Entry, entry. Entry, entry. Let's disarm all. Won't let me open this door. Okay. I get it. I don't care. It doesn't matter. Video's long enough as it is. That's it, everybody. We are here at Honolulu. Let's get the beacon lights off. What else? Let's turn off our taxi lights here. We don't need those. Those are off. We're all good. They didn't hook up our ground power. I keep doing that. Wrong button. There's our ground power. And there's our ground power there. And we can go ahead and kill our batteries. Leave that on auto. We can shut that off. Off, 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 off. And we're good. Everything else is good. Okay, there you have it, folks. Honolulu International. Hang on, let's take a, before we part ways here, let's grab our drone camera. Let's go take a look at this airport from Innisbuild. Actually, it looks like a pretty nice one, actually. Look at all solar paneling on the roof of the terminal there. Let's speed up our camera a bit. There we go. Just have a look around Honolulu here. Beautiful mountains in the background. City of Honolulu. Beautiful. I promise I'll do a better job next time with my parking. That's the cargo side over there, I guess, and maintenance. Yeah. There's the tower facility. It's got its own little tower complex right there. More solar paneling. Geez, they run the whole airport on solar here. Okay, so let's go up and get a good aerial view shot. There you go, everybody. A great shot of Honolulu and airport. Now that looks a little wonky there. Not sure if that's intentional or what that is. Okay. That might be intentional. I have no idea. If you know, let me know. But why is the runway wider at one end and then funnels out like that? I've never seen that before. I think that's a graphics issue. Tiling or whatever you want to call it. Not sure what that is. Yeah, that is janky at best. But yeah, I'm yet to find a perfect airport anywhere, whether it's Innisbil, Fly Tampa. I don't know. It is what it is. Okay, there you go, folks. Leave you with a view of Honolulu. And it's been a fun one learning this 777. So let me know, are you grabbing the 777? What's your experience been with it? But early release. It looks like there's a couple things that need to be tweaked on it, but I digress. So we'll leave it there. As always, my friends, stay safe, stay healthy, and until the next video, we'll see you next time. Remember, keep the blue side up.